Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Ashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nishtati Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, welcome you once again. All the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis blessings. I would like to take up this chance of doing a small thing speaking just up to my knowledge. There might be some shortcomings. So I request you to bear with me for that. Hare Krishna. Today, the topic we have chosen is about the alvas. Majority of us today know that where alvas are coming from actually. This is from the Sri Sampradaya. Is it okay? Start. The reason for selecting this particular alva is that this Kulashekar alva, we have heard of him through Prabhupada actually. He has written book on Mukundamala Stotra, which Prabhupada is he likes very much actually, and particularly that is why we have taken this topic today. And last two previous classes, Samrat Prabhu has done some deep discussions about the alvas. So as you all know, the alvas, there are 12 alvas actually. Just say the name of them. It's entirely in Tamil. The numbers are there, right? One is Poigai alva, another is Buddha alva, third one is Pay alva, fourth one is Tirumala alva, fifth one is Nammalvar, sixth is Kulashekar alva, which we are going to discuss about. Seventh one is Periyalvar, and eighth one is Andal. The eighth one is Andal. She is a Vaishnavi actually, and the ninth one is Tondaradi Alvar. 10th one is Tiruppan Alvar. 11th one is Tirumangai Alvar, and 12th is Madrakavi Alvar. Actually, the word Alvar refers to the person. In Tamil, it is described as the English meaning is that a person, a devotee who is drowned in love of God, or who sounds deep in divine ecstasy. That is what is called as Alvar. We can split the word into Al and Var. World means deep, and war means the person who is surrendered to the Lord and is some deep and divine ecstasy. That is how it has been explained in scriptures. And today we will talk about Kulashekara Avtar. And there is an inscription which is related, which is said in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 5th chapter, 38 to 40. This is what it says about the Alva's origin from Srimad Bhagavatam. If you can just check that one, it will be much better. I'll just go to that. 11:5:38 in Srimad Bhagavatam. Kripadishu praja rajan kalau icchanti sambhavam kalau kalu bhavishyanti narayana parayana vachin maharaja dravideshu cha bhurishaha tamraparne nadi yatra Kritavara Payashvini Kaveri cha Mahapunya Pratichi cha Mahanadi Pibanti Jalam Tasu Manuja Manujeshvara Prayobhakta Bhagavati Vasudevi Amalasya. The translation purpose which Prabhupada uses that. My dear king, the inhabitants of Satyuga and other ages eagerly desire to take birth in this age of Kali. Since in this age there are many devotees of Supreme Lord Narayana, these devotees will appear in various places but will be especially numerous in South India. O Master of Men, in the age of Kali, those persons who drink the waters of the holy rivers of Dravida Desha such as Tamraparani, Kritamala, Mahishwini, the extremely pious Kaveri and Pratichi Mahanadi will almost be pure-hearted devotees of the Supreme Lord of Godhead, Vasudeva. So what it is clearly said is that, even in Bhagavatam it has been clearly stated that majority of the pious men, especially the Alvas, will be from the southern part of India. That is one thing. Second is, our Acharyas also have explained in deep, especially Bhaktivinoda Thakur and other Acharyas have told that even though these Alvas, they are very poor in the material condition, we should not take it for granted that they are ordinary people. They are exalted devotees. So meaning to say, for a material progress, for a person to be in spiritual, it is not necessary to be, he should be materially rich. That is what is the basic underlying principle what he is saying. And we have heard of these acharyas also before. Some of the other acharyas are from the Sri Sampradaya, such as Nathamuni is there, Upanacharya, what some has spoken about, Ramanujacharya, Vedanta Deshika, and Veera Raghavacharya. These are all exalted devotees from the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. And the topic which we are especially going to discuss today is about the Kulashekara Avtar. Kulashekara Avtar, actually, where he was born in 3075 BC. This is exactly 27 years after the start of Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga started in 3102, sorry. And after that, 27 years exactly he was born. Where he was born, his origin is like this. Actually, he was born in a Maharaja family in the royal kingdom of Travancore, which is Travancore as called it as in Kerala, South India. And these people, they were the ministers to the Lord, who were the actual owners. These people, what they do is that they don't, even though being a Maharaja, they don't think that they are the owners of the land. They are just the servant to the Lord. And what they do is that he is born in this particular location is in Travancore, he was already told. These kings, they worship the deity called as Ananta Padmanabha Swami temple, which is still now in Kerala, Trivandrum, near Trivandrum. So, these people, what they do is that even though they are a king, every day they used to go to the temple and then they give the daily report, how they are ruling the country, what are the stages, just like we report to our line managers in our offices. These people, they do it to the Lord directly, meaning to say that they have a direct communication with the Lord, and they are so much humble, they can literally speak to the Lord and they can get him done, return what has to be done for running the country as such, and they acted as just like trustees. Such was the pious and divinity of this family. Maharaja Kulashekara appeared, and the father of Maharaj Kulashekara is Dridavrata Maharaj. And what is said here is that Dridavrata Maharaj, he has been childless for a long time, and he has been praying intensely to the lordships like Ananta Padmanabha Swami temple, and he has been behind. Because in olden days, when Maharajas or kings they are without any child, it is considered to be a greatest sin for them. So they literally wanted to have their successful heir so that they can run the country as well, and then they can do the service of the Lord as well. So he had a very sincere prayer, Jadavada Maharaj, and based on his prayers, Ananta Padmanabha Swami granted him a child, and he was born in the cyclic year of Brihaspati Samvatsara, also called as Prabhava, in the Tamil month of Masi, equal to this, in the solar month it is Kumbha, where the sun and the Aquarius sign meet. In the Punarvasu Nakshatra. Have you heard of Punarvasu Nakshatra before? Punarvasu? Punarvasu Nakshatra. This is the Nakshatra of Lord Ram actually. You call it as Punartha, but this is Punarvasu Nakshatra in Tamil. So, the birth star of Sri Ram. And this has a great meaning related to particular this Kulashekara. Since he was born in this Nakshatra, he is a very devoted devotee of Lord Ram. He is absorbed in such a mode, which we will see in the coming in the description, that we just feel somewhat how he is into such a situation of mind actually. And he was born in the city of Tiruvanchikalam in Kerala, and is the Chera dynasty. In olden days, South India was divided into three dynasties: Chera, Chola, and Pandyas. Chera dynasty is from Kerala, and Pandyas and the Chola dynasty is from the other part of South India, like Andhra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. These four together. So after such a long time, he was born. He was very pious actually, and we told as usual, he was born in a nakshatra of Punarvasu, which is the nakshatra of Lord Ram. Second thing, there is a physical connection between Lord Ram and him. How is that? And sorry, not Krishna. Lord Krishna wears a pendant called as Kaustubhamani. And his spiritual spark from that Kaustubhamani. So is directly linked to Lord Krishna as well. Okay, let's see. Let's further go into this. Friends, Kulashekara was very well versed in arts, rivalry, government, running the governments and all, and he has absorbed all the four Vedas into him, and there is a particular Vedas called as Shad Vedangas, the part of Vedas which has 6 limbs. These six limbs are Shiksha, pronunciation of Vedic phonemes. Second is the Chandas, we call it as Prasadi. Third one is the Nirupta, etymology of scriptures. Then Vyakarna, the grammatical part. Kalpana, the rules and rituals and lifestyle. And the last one is Jyotisha. He is well versed in astronomy and astrology as well. So he is into all kinds of physical education, material education as well, and spiritual also. At one point in time, what his father did is that, since because of his age factor, Dridavrata Maharaj, he wants to retire from his Maharaja status, and he puts him to Kulashekara Alvar. He enthrones him and he leaves him there. Kulashekara Alvar, initially, what he did was, since he took up this position in a very small age, he had a material desire as well. He took possession of the country, he was making the government, he was taking care of his disciples and the people as well. But the thing is, he had more of material attachment than spiritual attachment. As usually the normal rulers do, he was running the government and he was making the people, he was building temples, all this. But at one point in time, Krishna has a separate plan for him. Even though he was very much attached to the material, at some point in time, suddenly, he thought that why this is happening to me? I am a ruler, but I have to be more of spiritual than material. So what Krishna arranges is that slowly his passion and the other activities goes away, and he slowly gets into spiritual activity. When he gets into the spiritual activity, we already saw that he is a spiritual spark of Kaustubhamani, and that too coming directly from Krishna's jewel. His intensity of prayers and attachment to the Lord got increasing day by day. So, being a great Kshatriya and from a Shera land, he not only ruled the Shera land, but he ruled Cholas and the Pandyas as well. After some time, suddenly as we discussed, what happened is that he started slowly drifting from the material attachment towards the spiritual side. He was very much absorbed in spirituality. And since he is a plenary portion of Kaustubha Mani, Kulashekara played a very big part in giving over his senses, particularly attachment towards Lord than the material ones. What he did is that when his attention shifted towards the Lord, and he being a very devoted devotee of Lord Ram, slowly his spiritual perceptions dawned actually. So day by day he was getting much more attracted towards Lord Ram. What he used to do that he used to meditate on Lord Ram, and he keeps on meditating. Sometimes he goes into trance, he forgets what is happening in the country, and he's so much involved in that that days together he keeps on meditating. Suddenly he thinks that he wants to go to pilgrimage like Tirupati, South India, and especially towards Sri Ranganath. He is much more attracted towards Lord Ranganath. And if this thinking is happening, the people, especially in the country, the ministers who are advising him, he also thought what is happening to him. Before he was having a very good rule, now he's slowly moving towards spirituality. And what these people thought is that at one point in time, he became such a way that he wanted to leave the kingdom and he wanted to go to entirely surrender to the Lord and be in His service always. So these people are a little bit worried as well. If this person moves away, we don't know what is going to be our state. So they were a little bit selfish also, the Brahmanas especially. So what they did is that they wanted to keep him in the rule as a king itself. So what they did is that I forgot to tell you one more point. In between, before coming to the throne, Krishna, how he changes the plan is that he was materially attached. To make him spiritually attached, he sent his own commander-in-chief Vishwakshana to advise Kulashekara Alvar personally. Before he was not initiated, we now go to Sampradaya, we get initiated in a different process. There is a process called as Panchanga Samaskara. They do 5 things. The first one is Urdhva Pundra. Anyone know what is Urdhva Pundra? Vaishnava Tilak is otherwise called as Urdhva Pundra. Second is Dashya Nama. They give a spiritual name just like as we take. The third one is Mudra Dharana. You know this? Yeah. In the body, they put Shankha Chakra on this. They heat a brass one and then they put it. We are a little bit relieved we don't have that. Just the initiative game alone. Otherwise, it will be going for us too. Okay, the fourth one is mantra, chanting of a specific Vaishnava mantra. And fifth one is the yaga, the process of sacrifice, the homas and yajna they do. After this Panchanga Samaskara, he became truly devoted, entirely absorbed 24/7 in this. As I told you before, he went into ecstasy, he had spiritual visions and deep realization. So when he was in deep realization, he started singing about the glories of the Lord. He started writing songs, glorifying the Lord, his pastimes, his appearances, what he visualized in the dream as it is. That is called as Divya Prabandha. Divine Prabandha we call it as, in Tamil it is called as Divya Prabandha. Not only this particular alvar, the remaining 12 alvars, when they have the spiritual realization, it is all composed together and is called as Nalayana Divya Prabandha. 4,000 verses of Lord explaining his glories, pastimes, all his revelations, and he is a part of it as well. And since being after getting into this activity and all, slowly he started having much attention towards Lord Sri Ranganath. He is in South India, in Trichy. Sri Rangam is in South India, Trichy, and he wanted to go to that particular place. He is much attached towards Sriranga Raghunatha and he wants to go there. When he wants to go there, it's not like that he wants to go there forever. And he wants to visit all the holy places and dhams. Again, the disciples, his fellow countrymen, they also got a little bit disturbed. We don't know what's going on between him and the Lord. He wants to move away from us. So they they thought that this is happening because he is much towards the spiritual side. So to keep him here, what they did is that what when they asked him why you want to go and have association with the Lord, he said that I want the association of Vaishnavas. So these people, especially his countrymen and the advisory committee, they wanted to keep him. So what they did is that they brought the Vaishnavas from other places and engaged him in the country itself so that he is ruling the country as well and he is getting spiritual association. So the Vaishnavas came, he was so much absorbed, he started studying the Vedas, the Vedanta Sutras, 18 Puranas, Upanishads, Mahabharata, Ramayana, everything, and he has become well versed in Dharma Shastras as well. So at one point in time, he started writing more and more about the Lord, and specifically, he wrote a poem which is very much dear to our Srila Prabhupada, in Undamala Stotra. Particular verse we will go through. It goes like this. Krishna Turiya Padapanka Pancharantam Adhyegame Vishatu Manasa Rajahamsa Vana Prayana Samaye Kapapada Vintai Anto Varodhana Vidam Smaranam Putaste. Why Srila Prabhupada likes is that Prabhupada has written his own commentary for this. The purport goes like this. This is by Srila Prabhupada. This verse, prayer is taken from one book known as Mukunda Mala Stotra. This prayer was offered by one king whose name was Kulashekara. He was a great king at the same time a great devotee. There are many instances in the history of Vedic literature that the kings were very great devotees and they are called as Rajarishis. Rajarishis means although they are on a royal throne, they are saintly persons. So this Kulashekara is praying to Krishna that, my dear Krishna, the swan of my mind may now be entrapped with the stem of your lotus feet. Because at the point of death, the three elements of bodily functions, namely mucus, bile, and the air, they will overlap and there will be a choking in the voice. So I shall not be able to utter your sweet holy name at the point of my death. Comparison is given this way that when a white swan, whenever it finds a lotus flower, it goes there and sports by diving into the water and entangling him in the stem of the lotus flower. So, similarly, King Kulashekara wants that in a healthy state of his mind and body, he may be immediately entangled in the stem of the lotus feet of the Lord and die immediately. Because every devotee, we want to attain the topmost, which is nothing but Krishna Loka under the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So that is what Kulashekara also wanted to do. The further the purpose goes like this. The idea is that one should take to Krishna consciousness while his body and mind is in good condition. Do not wait for the last stage of your life. Just go on practicing Krishna consciousness while your body and mind is in a healthy state. And then at the time of death, you shall be able to remember Krishna and his pastimes and immediately be transferred to the spiritual kingdom. So, this particular verse, why Prabhupada like this is that this is proper state of mind which Kulashekara was reciprocating as well. So, we go back to the topic. So starting with Kulashekara Alva, we told that he is a very devotee of, very strong devotee of Lord Ram. And after that, he went into the scriptures, Vedas, he learned everything. And he had a practice actually. Usually, when we are daily in our practicing sadhana, we read some scriptures. Similarly, in those days, what he used to do is he used to hear from Ramayana. Since he is a spiritual spark of Kaustubhamani, Lord Ram, he is much attached. He used to hear glories of Lord Ram. Ramayana, people, gurus used to recite to him, study to him daily. So what happens is, already we told he is much absorbed in Lord Ram. So every day when the guru starts reading, he used to meditate on. When he used to meditate on, literally he goes into that scene particularly. It's not just like hearing physically and then staying. He gets absorbed in it. Once he gets absorbed in it, he goes into that particular scene and he forgets that he is in the Kali Yuga, not in that present age. So what he does is that every day this keeps on going. One day, what happens is that the Guru is reading a particular stanza from Ramayana. It says that it is given in English here. I'll just read it for you. There, twice 7,000 giants stand with impious heart and cruel hand. Meaning to say, 14,000 demons are fighting against Lord Ram, and Lord Ram is alone. Here Rama stands by virtue known. How can the hero fight alone? This is the word which is being read to him. Immediately, when he hears that, he goes haywire. He doesn't know what to do. He is thinking that my dear Lord Ram is fighting against 14,000 demons. What you people are sitting and doing over here? Come on, we have to support him. I cannot leave him alone. What he does is that he instructs his ministers and all the people to get his army ready to fight. And he don't know where Lord Ram is, but they wanted to go to that particular place. He gives immediate instructions. The people are present. When the king says no one can stop him, right? Obviously. So they are getting ready and they are talking to one another. What is this? He is asking us to come somewhere. We don't know where we are going. Let's follow him. So he starts raging in a particular direction, not knowing where exactly this is happening. When he starts going, his ministers, they have a little bit puzzled. You don't know how you are going to stop him. If you are not going to stop him, you are going to run behind him forever. So they are discussing. Suddenly, what they do is to stop him, they devise a plan. Before these people put a plan, he is already on the way half through. So they say that to stop him, there is only one option. We have to say that Lord Ram has won the battle and he is safe, and he is safe with his consort, Sita as well. So what they say is that they make a separate team. They say that you have to go ahead of Kulashekara Alvar, come from the opposite direction and say that you have met Lord Ram and he is safe. So this is the play they are going to enact. And they started. These people, they started. They went in front of Kulashekara Alvar. They are coming from the opposite direction. And they are asking, King Kulashekara, where are you going? No, don't stop me. I'm going to help Lord Ram. He's alone. I have to save him anyway. Because without my team, he will not be able to survive anymore. Like this, he started lamenting because he's in a trance level. Ultimately, the plan is okay. And they say that no need to go there because we are coming from that army field, battlefield only. And he is perfectly fine, nothing to worry, and he's okay. So then he comes to the normal level, he pulls down, and he comes back to the country, and he starts ruling. This is the thing, it's going every day, and ministers are on fire every time. Whenever this Ramayana is read, they don't know what is going to happen the next day. And this keeps on continuing day by day after day, and it's okay. And particularly, they devise a plan. There is one particular guru, he is the one who will read that Ramayana. He knows which one to read and which one not to read. If Raman is in a happy mood, Kulashekara Alvar is in a happy mood. If he is in a sad mood, Kulashekara Alvar also goes into sad mood. So they were very careful about reading the pastimes of Lord Ram from Ramayana. Unfortunately, one day what happens, this guru who is reading, he has to go to some other place because his subjects are called for some other discussion or something. What he does is that he deputes his son to do the duty. His son is not aware what to read and what not to read. He started reading every passage by passage, not skipping anything, as the regular routine goes. He keeps on reading. And at one point, he don't know which one he should not read. Suddenly, what he is doing is that every day when usually the readings are going on, what these people used to do is that they used to take Lord Ram in procession inside the palace because he had the original deity of Lord Ram in his throne itself, which used to do puja, abhisheka and all. And then he used to take this around the ceremony like we used to do the Nagara Sankirtan. They also did the Nagara Sankirtan with Lord Ram, everyday feasting, no fasting, everyday feasting only. Feasting and then sumptuous prasadam with the Vaishnavas, glorified. Everybody is happy. This is happening when he is in a happy mood. When he hears something wrong, it is going the other way around. So this is continuing for a long time. And suddenly when his son, the Guru's son, he took over, he was reading the passage like what was before. Immediately, there is a particular paragraph which is coming in the Ramayana. It is given in English here. I don't have particular verse in Sanskrit. Yeah, this goes like this. When Sita looked upon her Lord, his foemen slain, the saints restored in pride and rapture uncontrolled, she clasped him in her loving hold. So what he's saying is that King's Mother Sita has been kidnapped to Lanka. This is the one he should not read actually. He read it in front of him. So again the problem started. They don't know what to do. Once he heard that, how can my mother be kidnapped and you people are sitting here and hearing my glories? Yalla, let's go. Then starts the party again. So he starts again going towards Lanka from his residence across Kerala. He is marching towards Lanka. He wants to save Mother Sita. And not only all his entire bandwagons together with swords and everything, they are starting and marching towards Lanka. And these people could not stop it. Now they have to devise another plan. But this time they have no other plan because it is in the sea. Nobody can come from inside the sea, no. So they are really trapped. So he keeps on going. The entire army, they are also following him. With such an extent of speed he went, he directly went into the sea, not knowing that we will drown when we get into the sea. Before these people could devise a plan, everything is haywire, they don't know how to stop him at all. And suddenly they started praying, there is no other option, Lord Ram only has to save him. This everything, since Lord Ram is present everywhere and he's sitting in his throne also as a deity there, Lord Ram, he knows that he is the only person who can save him. Suddenly what happens? By this time he has gone into the sea, neck depth water. Before that he goes further, what happens is Lord Ram comes from the other side. The original Lord Ram along with Mother Consort Sita, she is coming there and he's saying, Kulshekar, what you are doing here? No Lord, I thought you were literally in trouble, they are fighting you and they have taken away Mother Sita, I want to save you and Sita as well. No, don't worry, I am here. I already took Mother Sita and you can see Mother Sita clinging to her arms like this because Lord Ram is water, no? So when he says that, he said, okay, fine, no issues. And he's asking Lord Ram, are you okay now? Mother Sita is perfectly fine, okay? Okay, then they come out of water. What Acharya explained is that, just like Lord Ram, he lifted Kulashekar Alvar from the ocean. Similarly, for all the jivas in this material world, the Supreme Lord is the one who takes us to the eternal abode, catching us. So that is what is the underlying, what do you call this, the basic tatparya behind this particular thing. And after that, what Lord Ram does, he doesn't leave it on the shore. He brings it back to his kingdom. And when he reaches the kingdom, Lord Ram is not there anymore. So everyone was puzzled. They don't know. Lord Ram came personally to do this. Yes, he came personally because for devotees, Lord reciprocates personally. That is what is another thing we have to understand here. So after that, the same thing. Again, Ramayana, Parayana is going on every day by day. And it is like this. So again what happened? He wants to go to Srirangam. When he wants to go to Srirangam, all the countrymen, they are literally in fire. They don't know what to do. So they have to devise another thing. Again they are asking why you want to go. He said, no, I want to have the association of Vaishnavas. So these ministers, what they do? They arrange some Vaishnavas from there. They start, when they come to their kingdom, they are given good reception and then they are given gifts, they discuss. After some time, after discussing these things and all, again when he wants to go to Srirangam, again the same thing. They bring from some other place like Tirupati, from other holy places, and this is going. After some time, what happened? Slowly, the number of people inside the city became less, and these Vaishnavas started becoming more. More number of Vaishnavas came, and these people, because these gurus and the people, they are material people, they are not spiritually inclined. It became very difficult to control the Vaishnavas over there because all this private palace, the courtyards, courtroom, everything is full of Vaishnavas. Everywhere, bhajans are going on, and these people who are not spiritually inclined, they find it difficult to manage. They started to devise another plan. We want to get rid of the Vaishnavas from this area. What they do is that they make a plan. We want to ill fame these people. We want to put a bad impression on these Vaishnavas. So that the king himself will say, I don't trust in Vaishnavas anymore. So they want to create that situation. What they did is that they are making a plan. There is already a deity in his throne along with him. It has a cost of money as well. They enact a plan of that being get stolen. So what they did, they steal themselves this, they hide it, and then they go and complain to Kulashekara saying that the what you said you are Vaishnavas, they are pious people, they don't have any material attachment, and now the particular Kostova jewel is missing from your deity which you are having in your own place itself. If this is the case, then what about the other people who are there? So we don't trust those Vaishnavas. This was the complaint which they given to him. So okay, he was very humbly hearing all this and he's saying, okay, everything I accept. How can you prove that these people are the one who stole this one? They had no other option. Then he said that, okay, if these people have stolen, I will take the punishment myself. And he ordered this minister to bring a big vessel with venomous cobras inside. If my Vaishnavas have stolen this jewel, I will be bitten by the snake and I will die. If it is not that the case, you people have to agree they are pure at heart and by words and mouth as well. So they bring a big vessel having cobras inside and he puts his hand and since he is pure, nothing has happened to him and he withdraws the hand safely. After this happening in front of the entire people in the entire country, the people who have stolen the jewel, they surrendered to him, saying that we only did this. Just as Lord Ram forgives everybody, since he is a devotee of Lord Ram, he forgives his subjects as well. He said, okay, no issues, get lost from here, don't come in front of me. And after that, he keeps on meditating again, and he thinks, why have to be in this material, with this material people who are not spiritually inclined? And they are putting false impression on my Vaishnavas as well. So I don't want to stay here anymore. I want to go to Sri Rangapatnam. And when he starts doing that, these people, they say that please don't do this because by mistake we have done this and it is a very big fault. Please stay with us. He said, no, I'm no more interested in this worldly affairs. Let me go to Sri Lanka. And what he does is that he has a daughter by name. He has a daughter, and with her daughter, he wants to go to Sri Lanka and get settled down there. Before going, he has to appoint a successor as well, right? The successor is none other than his son. He has named his son after his father, the same Dridhavrata. He puts him on the throne and he goes to Sri Lanka. When he goes to Sri Lanka, he has been given a big welcome and there is another pastime which is included in this also. He takes his daughter and he marries to Lord Ranganatha as well. He gives his daughter in marriage to Lord Ranganatha. That is a separate pastime. That will be a little bit lengthier as well. So after this, what happened is, what he says is that in one of the particular verse, as we say that Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha, he says that a Vaishnava, even once worshipped, carries as much reward as worshipping the Lord for 60,000 years. Doing a seva for Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava, is equal to worshipping the Lord for 60,000 years. And he says that we have to worship the Vaishnavas so that Lord is pleased as well, and by serving Vaishnavas we can serve Lord directly. So he moves away from these material minded people. When he moves away, he puts his son in the throne and he goes to Sri Rangapatna and he stays there continuously the entire life. After that, he kept on going to pilgrimage like Tirupati, then he goes to other sacred holy places as well, holy dhams, and he visited Tirupati, Ayodhya, Chitrakutam, all these places, and he has settled in Sri Rangam finally. When in Sri Rangam as well, what he did is that he started glorifying the Lord and he started writing more and more pasurams. We call it as pasurams. It's not just slokas or something, we call it as pasurams in Tamil. He starts writing that and he started Perumal Thirumali. Perumal Thirumali means from the verses of the Lord by his own body, we call it as the language. Perumal Thirumali, and he settles down. And he says that at one point he says that before leaving he says that I don't want the physical crown which is given by the material people. I want the crown which is none other than the Lord's lotus feet on my head. That is what he says. He doesn't want the physical crown, he wants the spiritual crown, which is nothing than the blessings, lotus feet of the Lord Himself. That is why, and after that, there is another place in South India called as Tirunelveli. There is one temple called as Nammalvar Tirunelveli temple. He goes there. After that, he goes to another temple called as Mannar Kovil. It is near my hometown actually. He was there doing pujas, doing the deity worship and all. And at the age of 67, he returned back to the spiritual world. So this is the entire narration given in Kulashekar Alvar about this. In the Mukunda Matala Stotram also we saw that. So this is one thing. We will stop here. There is another one more exalted devotee called as Tondaradi Podi Alvar, meaning to say that he looks at the devotees' lotus feet, lotus dust. He wants to serve the dust of the lotus feet of devotees. So it's called as Tondaradi Podi Alvar. We will have it in the next session. Any questions? Any shortcomings? Please forgive me. Yes, please.
This is point that when the healthy and they are old, we cannot chant or we cannot do the devotional service. One explanation. Yeah, lotus and can you just repeat that? Why it is important now for the younger generation to do it later?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, the question is actually. What Kulashekar tells is that this is an analogy between Kulashekar statement and what Srila Prabhupada has given commentary to this. So this goes hand in hand. That is why particularly Srila Prabhupada likes this sloka very much in the entire Mukundamala Stotra. In that Mukundamala Stotra, what he said that he compares himself, Kulashekar compares himself to a swan. We know swan, what it is, right? Swan is a bird. When you mix water and milk together and keep it, it takes only the milk. It will not take the water. Meaning to say, milk is of a higher quality than water. So, similarly, when we devotees are in the material world, when you are doing some satsangas, sevas, everything, we will be having good ones and bad ones as well. And we have heard in Jagachas Babu's lecture also, we should not be a crow. Crow searches only for the bad things. Even if you keep a nice vada in front of it, it will go for something filthy only. So that should not be the case. So here, Mukundamala Stotra, what he is specifically saying is that just like a swan, whenever the swan swims deep inside water, especially in a lotus pond, it plays like this. It is the nature of the swan. It goes in between the stem of the lotus and it takes a physical association. Similarly, should be our condition when we have a healthy state of mind, when we have a good physical condition, and when we have a strong health, we should take advantage of this, just like the swan takes advantage of going into the lotus and playing between. We should take advantage of serving the Vaishnavas, getting into the association as well. And one more point to add, as you said, our children, the children in our congregation especially, we should say that they are really gifted. We are giving them the correct knowledge, we are guiding them in the right path. The thing is, and even one of the lecture Prabhupada insists why we have to do this at a tender age, because there is a saying in Tamil, Aindil Valayadatu, Aimbadil Valayad, meaning to say, when you are not able to give this knowledge in their teenagers, if you're going to make it little bit earlier, it will be difficult and mold them as well. So this is one more point. Second thing, in our family itself, maybe our father and mother, they are not devotees as well. They say that why take up devotional service at the early age? What if people are doing sannyasam and all, like always chanting, not taking other foodstuffs, only taking prasadam, no onion, no garlic. This is my personal experience, I'm sharing. Initially, it was a bad experience. It's a good experience for me, bad experience for them. When I used to say Hare Krishna to my father, he would not say, he would say, oh, good morning, okay, vanakkam. 3 months, I left. I was telling, after that, I stopped. He started Hare Krishna. I thought he's not there in the Zoom. I didn't do the address. Zoom address is not there. Okay. So slowly, this is how we have to inculcate them by being a role model. I'm not that much pure, to be honest with you. we are trying. Krishna consciousness is a stage by stage process where you go for the next stage. Every day is a learning process, and we have to keep ourselves attached to the association of devotees so that we are in the right track, right path. Okay, Prabhu? What I given answer? Seva Prabhu, any comments? Yes, Shiksha Prabhu. Prabhu, please. It is Sri Sampradaya, one of the four authenticated Sampradayas which we are supposed to follow. Sri Sampradaya, which is the main presiding deity is Lord Vishnu, Sri Ranganatha. Sri Ranganatha. And we have so many lectures in English as well, given by Velapudi Swami. So he's a senior Vaishnava and Sri Sampradaya, and he has given so many lectures as well as this. Mala Stotram, I found it there, but I don't have this. Any other questions for which is Mataji's? Okay, shall we continue? He's also one of the disciplic succession of Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. So he has written so many, what do you call the same, like the Nalayana Divya Prabandham. He has some contribution as well. Nalayana Divya Prabandham is 4,000 songs. In that, Kulashekara Alvar has contributed some, and there are so many others, like 12 Alvars. We told that they are also saying all these have been put in this, and he has given a separate commentary as well on the Sri Sampradaya, what are the procedures, their punaskaras, pujas, how we have to go, all these have been given. It's also one of the disciplic succession of the Sri Sampradaya. Yeah. If any of the devotees here require Munda Manasputra, it is available in our PPT team. You can take it as well. And why we have to take this particular book? Because Prabhupada has written commentary as it is. No masalas, no spices, as it is on dot. So it is much more authenticated, you say. Because Prabhupada's analogies is very much well known to us, right? So he connects exactly where to connect, what to connect, how to connect. The other acharyas also have given explanation, but this we can find there is a link with us. That's why. Any other questions? If not, we will end with the Vaishnava Pranam. Vancha Kalipata Prabhas Patidana Mantapuri Vaishnava ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Maharaj ki jai, Bhagavad Gita.